Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the APO Productivity Talk Series. I am Keiichi Sugita, Head of Multi-Country Program Division 1, Program Directorate for Asian Productivity Organization, APO, and the moderator for today's speed talk. Our topic today is Food Loss and Waste Reduction, Insights from Japan. Today's speed talk takes us on a journey into the food loss and waste reduction, recently being one of the key factors for food security in Japan and even in the world. According to UN FAO, it has been said that 1/3 of food production is wasted worldwide. As the target 12.3 of SDGs by 2030 have per capita global food waste at the retail and consumer levels and reduce food losses along production and supply chains, including post-harvest losses. Also in Japan, the government have set the goal to reduce the amount of food waste by half by 2030 compared to the year 2000. And surprisingly, the target was achieved 8 years ahead of schedule in 2022. Today, we have a distinguished expert in the field of food loss and waste, Mr. Manabu Suzuki, who is Director of Food Loss and Waste and Recycling Management Office, Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries of Japan. He will guide us with today's theme, Food Loss and Waste Reduction, Insights from Japan. Mr. Manabu Suzuki, welcome. How are you today?
Very good. Thank you, Sugita-san. And I would like to express my sincere appreciation to APO to provide this wonderful opportunity. I'm very happy to share the recent launch and what it's developing in terms of food loss and waste in Japan.
Thank you very much for your introduction of yourself, Mr. Suzuki. So let's dive right into our session. First of all, Mr. Suzuki, why is the reduction of food loss and waste necessary?
Okay, it's a very good question. And then I would say the 2 points I would explain. The first one is the food loss and waste reduction is an international issue. It's not just only national or community level. As you know that the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, and provides by 2030 to have the per capita global food waste. And then the other, the international regional organization, APEC, and has provided the treasure principles. And then the OECD also has a play for the providing on the information what is going on in the national levels in terms of the food loss and waste. And then also, I think it's really important to think the food loss and waste from the view of the economic efficiency. Food loss and waste is one of the parts, but I think it's important for us to see it's a social economic impact by the food loss and waste. So I think it's a food loss and waste is very important of the element, not only the national level, but also the international and also the economic level. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Suzuki. We were able to understand why reduction and food loss and waste is necessary. Yeah, it is because it is not only national, but also international level target set by the UN SDGs, and also food loss and reduction are very significant affect the economical and societal problem in the world. So now, next, please could you brief on the development of food loss and waste reduction in Japan?
Okay, so this slide shows the trends in terms of the reduction of food loss and waste in Japan. And then we have the national targets to have the volume food loss and waste, both the household food loss and waste and business level. And I would like to please to inform everybody to see this on video that in 2022, Japan has achieved half the volume food loss and waste for the business food loss and waste.
Thank you very much, Mr. Suzuki. I was so impressed to learn that Japan has successfully reduced the amount of food loss and waste for last 20 years. So now I'm curiously interested in the government strategy or policy. Please explain Japan's government strategy or policy on reducing of food loss and waste.
Okay, so Sugita-san, I would like to start with the decision made by Ministerial Council for Promotion of the Food Loss and Reduction, which was held in last year, July. There, the Prime Minister Kishida has declared that we have achieved to have the food loss and waste for the business by 2030, 8 years ahead of schedule. And then he requested the governments to consider, review, and setting the new targets for the food and business and food loss and waste. And then also he mentioned that the promotion greater disclosure of food business regarding food loss and is very important, especially for the food industry. With this decision, we have discussed with the industry and have decided to revise the national food loss and waste for business food loss and waste by 2030, and the new targets for business food loss and waste has revised by 60% instead of half. And then I want to explain the national policy on food loss and reduction, which is under acts. We have 2 acts. The first one is Food Loss and Waste Reduction Act. It has a basic policy, and then also it provides responsibilities and laws, not only for the central government and local government businesses, but also it provides the role of the consumer to reduce the food loss and waste. The other act is called the Food Recycling Act, and it has also the basic policy under which a national goal on the food loss and reduction is set, as I mentioned before. And then I'm pleased to mention that we have this under this act. It's a very unique provision which obliges the food companies to report food loss and waste annually. I think it's just only Japan has such kind of provision for at the act level and the legal level. I think it's very useful to reduce food loss and waste. And this slide shows the trends of food loss and waste generated by food sectors, manufacture, food service, restaurant, retail, wholesale. As you can see, every sector shows the decreasing trend. But I think the manufacture still has a larger part of the food loss and waste. So we have discussed with the industry and the academy that what is the main source of the food loss and waste by sector, manufacture, wholesale, and retail, food service, restaurants. And as you can see, the main source is like in manufacture sector, material scraps are the main source of the food loss and waste. Retail, the unsold is called as the main source of the food loss and waste. So we have also identified what kind of initiatives are very useful to reduce food loss and waste by those and the source of the food loss and waste. For example, under the manufacture, extension of the best before dates, upcycling in the businesses is useful to reduce the food loss and waste. And also, as in this slide, and in the middle, the temaido, it's a Japanese word, is very unuseful to reduce the food loss and waste in the retail person. But I think that's always very important to understand, not only for the efforts by food industries, but also the understanding of the consumers and the change in the consumers, their behavior is one of the keys in addition to the food businesses activities.
I became to well understand Japan's policies and strategies on reducing food loss and waste. Also, I think they can keep this momentum and proceed further to the new target. Thank you very much, Mr. Suzuki. I also ask you on another topic. Please elaborate on the initiatives of food industry to reduce food loss and waste.
Okay, so I would like to give you one of the example, the initiative by the food industry. As you can see here, there is the activities that making the most use of the innovation, which is, for example, the data science, data and AI-based approach. The information is a key to be used for reduction of the food loss and waste. The information from the meteorological information and how the people are moving, how the people are the behaves, and then also what's the sales and the points of sales and the changing. So those of the information is integrated, and then this suggests that what kind of the items have to be manufactured in time. By using of the information and database approach, one of the groups of the food industries and then also IT and sectors jointly get together and work with the food loss and waste. And in this on the example, it shows that the waste, food loss and waste has decreased by 70–80%. And then also, I would just want to be very interesting to see the workload has also been decreased for the staff, and then out of stock decreased 90%. And then it's very interesting to see that both the profits and sales increased on a couple of percentage. So those 5 elements and everything has improves. So this and the groups has gets the Mottainai Awards, which is a ministerial prize in 2025. And then I think it's very important to expand and to share this and practices between the businesses in this country.
I understand the food companies make a lot of efforts and very good results. And also, I think it is important for not only food companies, but also consumers to understand and change their behavior. How are you encouraging this?
Thank you for the question, but it's a very tough question because we cannot force the people to change their behaviors. The Consumer Affairs Agency, which is one of the government agency, has the responsibility to address the issues. They provide the information, for example, the tips for the food loss and reduction at home by our brochure or website. And then also they organize an event, food loss and waste month and date, which is every October. And my ministry also has pleased to say that we produce a very short video for the people to encourage the change the behavior toward food loss and waste. And I just showed that some of my colleagues and acting, and a guy is approaching, and he just started to choose an item in the stores, and then he trying to take an item from back instead of he trying to take a newer one to place in the back. And then the mascot, who Losnom, we call Losnom, and encouraging him not to take from the back, but to take from front. So the Losnom is gazing at us. So this is one of the initiatives we have. So I will just wanted to please to say share with you.
Thank you very much for interesting work of government of Japan. And I am interested in government officials actively engaging with their efforts from very near familiar places. Also, I think the achievement of Japan has come from accumulating small but continuous steps. I believe this approach would also contribute to reducing food loss and waste in other countries. So I think now Japan can contribute to a regional or global area. So could you explain something about the contributing to the world?
Thank you so much. And the question is very important. I would say that sharing the lesson learned, the experience is a key to the food loss and waste, not only for the national level, but also the regional, the global level. We have so many opportunity to provide lesson learned and experience for the other country, the regions, for example, the UN organizations, OECD, and then APEC also. And then I'd be happy to join the opportunity. The APO has the opportunity to provide and share the lesson plans. But I think it's for us, Japan also wanted to learn from others. So I think that the sharing the information, what they have best practice and lesson learned is very important.
Thank you very much, Mr. Suzuki, for your very useful insight. Do you have any final thoughts for our viewers?
Thank you, and Sugita-san. Yeah, I think about the food loss and waste we cannot achieve by just only one initiative. I think we need to address so many issues and matters. But I think the three elements I believe is important is to how to address the consumer behavior. It's not an easy one, but I think it's we can work together, and then I think it's we can contribute for the food loss and waste by slowly changing, gradually changing the consumer behavior. And then the other elements, the innovation is a key to food loss and waste. I'm a believer in innovation. So I say, the change in the society and changing the people is by using the innovation, for example, data with science, it's very important. I think it's really, really important. And the last part, the connection. Is what I said, the sharing the response also. But I think the connecting with the food industry is really important to sustainable and make the industry efficiently, and then how to produce and produce the branding by using the food loss and wind elements. I think about those three elements, and I believe they're important. And then, if you allow me to, I just wanted to show and ask the picture, which is my team, who are working with me, and then it's very nice teams and working together, and then not only in the ministry, but we work with other ministry or the industry. So I'm proud of these teams, and they're really good guys, and yeah, really. So I just wanted to say that thank you for them and for their efforts.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Suzuki. We are grateful to our expert, Mr. Suzuki, for this enlightening discussion of food loss and waste. We can well understand the current situations of food loss and waste in Japan. Viewers, we hope that government of Japan continues to explore the reducing food loss and waste, and leading to revitalizing food and agricultural industry across the country. Furthermore, I hope that those efforts in Japan will affect other member economies positively, and that this session has provided valuable insights into food loss and waste issue and its potential to revitalizing food security globally. Thank you for joining us today for the APO Productivity Talk series. Please don't forget to subscribe to the APO YouTube channel for more insightful discussions. Stay tuned, stay productive, and we look forward to meeting you in the next session. Goodbye for now.